All right, it is time for our unexpected second game of the day. We have RealRex facing Meteora in this lower bracket round. The loser of this match will not pass go, will not collect 200 USD American dollars, and will be eliminated from the tournament. RIP. Let's take a look at the lobby and see what we have going on. So we can see that we have both our players in here. Let's see if we can get the draft started. So Meteora will get the first map ban because he is the lower seed. So there's a little bit of banter going on in the voice call before this match started. Meteora seems to think he really doesn't have a chance versus Rex, but Rex is trying to be, the nice guy, assure him that he has a chance. Personally, I think Meteora could definitely pull something out of his hat here. First ban from Meteora's Coruscant. Rex bans Dantooine, which seems to be the trend of the Laney crew. And Bothan is the final map ban. Meteora will have the first map pick being the low seed. I'm wondering if we're going to see a Geonosis game right off the bat. Maybe he's waiting for me to tell him. All right, for the first map here, we do have Naboo. I bet Rex is going to respond with a Rebel pick. But maybe he'll pick Empire to try to throw Meteora off. I really feel like with this entire tourney, Rex is going to pick Rebels any chance he has. Maybe he's thinking about it. All right, Rex does lock in Rebels as his faction pick, as expected. Okay, first game in Rex versus Meteora in this best of 5. Let's see who comes out on top. The real question is, will Meteora build a missile turret or laser turret? All right, here she loads. Oh, I did the thing again. That's the wrong map. Twice they have done that. Ignore the title. Just like to point out, I'm not the only one here. Someone else could have caught that. Okay. Countdown, and in we go. So the two main things I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be watching Rex to make sure that he does the correct approach on this mine, getting it immediately. I'm also going to be looking to see if Meteora chooses to build missile or laser turret, because that's really crucial with helping Empire win this map, is making sure you build the missile. Because if you build laser, X-Wings just sit here in the corner. They get to contest your baseline the whole game. Ooh. I thought he was going to miss that for a second. So Rex does opt to build his mine and the laser defense, and he is coming in. I'm going to watch this approach on the base mine. Now there is a laser turret here from the Empire player. I disagree with this. Oh, and he is hard defending. All right, watching Rex's approach. He warps in his first X-Wing late. No second X-Wing yet. There it is. Not as quick as it could have been on that base mine, but it was still pretty quick. Meanwhile, Empire is electing to attack the Rebellion base mine with TIE fighters. There is an X-Wing down here with no Empire vision. So I'm expecting to see that mine go up, and it does. Okay. Meteora does clear his base mine back out, though. That's very good. But he is taking forever to kill this Rebel base mine. Okay, Rebel base mine, Rebel Nebula mine is about halfway up. There is one squad of TIE fighters entering the Nebula, but he's not going to catch it in time to do very much damage. Oh, I thought Rex was going to go after it for a second. Rex is scouting for extra TIE fighters here in the corner. Meteor is in a position where he could rebuild his base mine. And he's still focusing on that Rebel base mine too. And Rebels has another mine going up in the bottom right. Meteor is just waiting for that money. Not having enough money to rebuild that right off the bat is costing him a lot of time. All right. Meteor's base mine is going back up, but meanwhile, Rex does have the Nebula mine, and Rex does have this bottom mine going up as well. Meteora knows that these two X-Wings are going for his built base mine, and he's warping in more to try to defend it as a last-ditch effort. Meanwhile, this squad of X-Wings over here is just going to pick off so many TIE fighters. Oh, forcing Meteora to have to dogfight them. And the bottom right mine will finish construction. So that's 2 mine advantage at the moment. For Rex, well, now it's only a 1 mine advantage, because the base mine does go up for the Empire player. And is he going to try to build this when he gets enough credits? Okay. Rebel's still trying to kill an Empire base mine. They are going to get it. Empire's still trying to get rid of this X-Wing that was hounding him. Okay. Rex is warping in. 1 extra X-Wing squadron to help get rid of this base mine as quick as he can. Meteora does build this mine as soon as he has the money to do it, which could be good. I think Rex intends to deny the base mine by sitting up here, not realizing that there was another TIE fighter down here to build that mine. Or maybe he intended to dogfight in the corner. But either way, Rex is losing a lot of X-Wings here. That's sloppy. But Rex also does have a lot of money. TIE fighters finally coming in. That one TIE fighter knocked that mine to less than half health. Okay, these X-Wings will not get double damage on this mine. But Rex does have 2.4k credits. He just has a lot of money. And he's rebuilding his base mine. And he warped in 2 more X-Wings. It would take a lot at this point for the Empire player to come back. Like, it would take a major mishap by Rex. Like, this game's pretty much over. Okay. Meteor is going back for his base mine. This Empire mine will fall. And Meteor is about 60 credits short. There's the tick. I'm building another mine. Meanwhile, Rex is once again going to have 2 mines, and Rex is still sitting on 2.2k. Meteor is rebuilding his base mine. Rex is going up. I think Rex should be able to catch this mine in time to get double damage. Empire's trying to kill this bottom mine. But again, Rebellion just has a lot of money on the field. Nobody has vision of the Nebula mine, though. Okay, Rebels will get double damage on this mine, as long as he notices it, which he does. Does a lot of damage to that mine. Empire clears out the bottom right, but Empire has no way to get over the top. We do see the IPV, and as usual, IPV terrifies the enemies. There's the GG call. So that's first game, goes to Rex. Okay. So for the next map pick, it will be Rex's. Rex's favorite map, I would say, is Geonosis, so I'm really expecting Geonosis to be the second map picked here. But hey, maybe he'll go for the Power Flex and pick Naboo back to back. Rex's map pick. Let's see. We have Endor. That was unexpected. Let me click the correct map this time. And we have Meteora responding with Empire, which is the preferred faction for most people, but I really feel Rex wants Rebellion every time he can. So I think Meteora is playing right into what Rex wants. I'm interested to see how Rex starts this map. Okay. Both players starts look fine. Rex looks like he's going to build the turret. He does. He chooses to build missile turret. Empire building their mine. Rex is flying around the nebula with second X-Wing going into the nebula. Rex warps in a fighter here. Going slow. Oh, he had the glitch where he locked S foils on one and unlocked it on the other. So he's missing a double damage opportunity on that 9. But it's still going to go down quickly. The no tie is defending it. Meteora is hard committing to this middle area. Rex has fighters hitting the turret. Rex is not killing this mine as fast as I thought he was. It does complete. Meteora does finish a laser turret in the middle. Rex has a lot of money though. And we've yet to see Rex's third built X-Wing. Both his built X-Wings went up top here. Oh, there it is for the top right. Meanwhile, Meteora has not built this middle line yet. He does not have the money. This might come down to a mismanagement of money by Meteora. Because he'd be in a very good position to build this middle mine if he had enough money for it. Meanwhile, Rex managed his money well and managed to build another mine while Empire's tied up in the middle. That's something I noticed last game on Naboo as well, that Meteora kept finding himself in the situation where he had a mine, he had a good opportunity to build it, but he just did not quite have the credits he needed to build it. So, Rebels are going over to scout the only mine they don't have vision of. They still have their base mine. He just got his hangar fighters back, which is never great for the Empire player, because now he can just throw those units away. Rebel mine is going to go up, putting Rebel at 2 mines. Meteora's dogfighting outside the station. And more X-Wings coming down to win the dogfight in the bottom left. So I'm assuming what Rex is going to do is he's just going to clear out these fighters, and as soon as they're gone, he's going to build that mine. Because again, he does... Oh, middle mine is going up. Oh, Rex is coming in to find it. At this point, with the Rebellion player having 2 mines, soon to be 3, I don't think this middle mine even matters. Meteor is choosing to go back to his top left base mine. And to hard defend the middle here. Which the hard defense works great in the Ion Nebula, especially because it kills the shields on the X-Wings. They can't use their S-foils to get away, and he has the engine upgrade. Oh wow, GG and leave immediately. The problem is Rebellion has these mines, so that one mine that you're guaranteeing capture of isn't really helping all that much. Okay. We're currently 2-0 in Rex's favor. Right, so for the final map pick, it's going to be Meteoris, which he picks the Geo. This is a really bold pick by Meteora, considering I think this is one of Rex's better maps. This is a map I've seen Rex play a lot. I mean, it's obviously a map that everybody's played a lot, but once again, Rex has the Rebellion pick. I mentioned it earlier, but I think he played right into Meteora's hands. Meteor played right into Rex's hands earlier, picking a map. Picking Empire on the map that Rex wanted him to. Sorry, I was just looking through starts. Now this is game point. If Rex manages to beat Meteora on Geo, then it's over, 3-0 sweep. Which I think is likely. Rex has shown that he is a very strong Geo player. This is new for Rex, though. Usually Rex always builds this turret, so maybe Rex is trying something new. By that, I mean trying something old. Meanwhile, I think Meteora is choosing to build a missile turret here. That's kind of a flip-flop from what we typically see. And Rex is also building laser turret at the bottom. Rex getting double damage off on the Empire base mine. Not S-foiling his X-Wing. Checking middle. Empire's hard committing to the bottom right, which I think is the same thing Meteora did versus Sky Guy. He kind of committed to the bottom right. So I think he's doing what worked well for him last time, but I don't think that's necessarily the right play in this situation. Ooh, missile turret does finish in time to scout that mine. Does Meteor have something to pop it, though? Hey, Empire base mine down. And Meteora is going to struggle to kill this Rebel base mine. My problem I have what he's doing is I see where he's thinking. He thinks that he wants to get total control of the bottom by wiping out Rebel's investment. The problem is, by doing so, he's sacrificing map pressure here, and he's sacrificing map pressure on the Rebel baseline. Because now he's forced to play the game where the Rebel player still has their initial income, and he has to also try to contest their secondary income. Slife asks in chat, what is Meteora doing, lol? Slife, I think he's doing the same thing he did versus Sky Guy, which worked for him, but it's not going to work against Rex. So this is going to be a 3-0 sweep, meaning Meteora is eliminated from the tourney. And Rex will go on to play... Ooh, I'd have to look at the bracket. Safe, do you have the bracket handy? Can you tell me who Rex will play next? Okay. Meteor is rebuilding his base mine with no X-Wings anywhere in sight. But again, Rebellion still has their base mine. That has generated a lot of income this game. It's a shame because I think this would have been one of the better days for Meteor to have a chance against Rex too, because Rex has been doing some sloppy micro things. I've seen a lot of X-Wings dying, taking extra damage. I've seen a lot of mismanaged circling or S-files, only being critical because those are things I don't typically see Rex do. Rebels do find Empire base mine, but it is built. But meanwhile, Rebels still have their base mine. There's a lot of TIE fighters down here. Rebels do have 20% income bonus too. Pretty sure it's Ormy. I'd love to see Ormy versus Rex. Uh, 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 hello? Hello? This makes me so mad. Well, we do have the concession, but man, I can't even leave the game. This mine won't let me look away from it. Oh, thank goodness. Get me out. Get me out. Well, clean 3-0 sweep by Rex. Let me update the score before I drag him down, and we can have a quick chit-chat about our follies. Hello there.
Hello.
Meteora, you triggered me at the end there. Do you know
Yeah.
why?
I probably did.
You
That's
triggered
what I
me
do.
because you had that giant swarm of TIE fighters killing that mine, and then it got to red with like 1 pixel of red left, and you flew away from it before you conceded.
Actually, I told the game to leave 2 squadrons on it, but apparently it ignored me.
Like, the game was clearly over, but it was just like, I want to see the boom!
So I feel like the game chose to ignore me as well, but it's just, yeah. Again, this game turned out pretty much as I expected. Rex is just a better player, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm perfectly happy with the way it turned out.
Okay, let's go through the bans really quick. I just want to look at the bans again. First ban was Cuarson by Meteora. What was your thoughts going into that, Meteora?
I don't like big maps.
That's fair. Rex, I'm assuming you banned Dantooine because you're part of the Laney Club. And you're
Define
called...
the Laney Club.
Yeah.
What?
You're the rip-off
Okay.
Laney clone.
Oh. Alright.
That's fair. No, for real though, why'd you ban Dantooine?
Well, I don't know. I don't really like. I like the map, but I'm not comfortable picking that against Meteora.
Ah, Laney Club. Anyways, Meteora banned Botham.
Yeah, same reason.
Yeah, big map. Big map scare Meteora.
Yeah.
And then
Big
you
map,
went with
I hide myself.
And then you went with Naboo for your first map pick. I was not expecting that.
No, me neither.
I was trying to throw Rex off his game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that worked. I was not expecting that at all.
And then you went with a pretty standard start. You moved your TIE fighters over. What made you decide to build the laser turret at your base mine instead of the missile turret?
It's just one of those snap decisions.
Mm-hmm. The problem with the laser turret is that Rex didn't do it because you cleared out his X-Wings. But it does it's very easy for the Rebel player to camp that top right area or drop an IPV, which Rex did at the end.
To be fair, he did have 2 fighters still defending it, so I'd have to at least leave 2 X-Wings up there.
Right, which you didn't want to do. Yep.
Yeah, and then I'd have to micro them to not get them in the turret, so I think it was fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how that game went. So I remember it was TIE fighters for the base mine. Rex went down, scouted the bot right area. Rex built up that bottom mine pretty early. So Rex had a lot of income that game. I think that game was pretty good. And then we went on to Endor, which... Rex, can I ask you a question about Endor?
Sure.
Did you select Endor because you anticipated Meteora would pick Empire?
No, I just wanted to play that map.
Okay, I was wondering. Because I know that you prefer the Rebel. Go ahead.
I would be happy either way. Either he has to micro more or I get my faction, so...
That's fair. And how did you feel, Meteora, being on the receiving end of that pick?
I didn't mind it, to be honest. I don't hate Endor, to be honest. It's a fine map. But yeah, yeah, it's a fine map. I didn't mind it at all.
So, one of the things I noticed on both Naboo and Endor, and you might have noticed this too, once on Naboo I noticed that you had a TIE fighter at your base mine when it respawned, but you were like just shy of having enough money to build it. Then I saw kind of the same thing happen on Endor. You had the middle mine, you had like the perfect time to build it. Rex was busy, you had the defense, you had the turret, but then I looked at your crits and you had like 580.
Yeah. That happened quite a bit, to be honest, throughout the games. And again, it's the problem again with Rex, to be honest, because he is everywhere at once, where most of the people I usually play against, and what my level is that we focus on 1 or 2 areas of the map at a time. And I had to build a lot more fighters than I wanted to, and that of course drew into my credit line, which of course made that I couldn't build any more mines since Rex kept blowing them up.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that always works well is when you have a plan like that. Like to me, it seemed like it was obvious that your plan was hard commit mid. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important to never let yourself drop below 800 credits before that mine goes up, before you built it, because you have the plan, but your whole plan falls short if you buy one too many TIE fighters.
I can't disagree with that.
So yeah, otherwise I thought it was a good game, and then we went on to third game was Geo. I was very happy to see the Geo pick. Rex, of course, picked Rebels. Rex, I was surprised to see that you didn't build a missile turret in the middle. That's unlike you.
Yeah, change it up a bit.
And then we kind of saw the flip-flop of Meteora doing it. And then we saw Meteora hard commit to the bottom right on that Empire, on the Rebellion turret. What were your thoughts behind that, Meteora?
I just like that corner down there. I like to have it. It's just a strong position. Unfortunately, Rex got there first and managed to get the turret up. That's again a difference between playing on my level and his level. He's a lot faster than most people down there.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I can get there and I can handle it. And this time it was just not possible because the turret was already so far along.
Mm-hmm. And when you hard commit down there, it also gave Rex full map control because he's immediately started building the middle mine. And then, of course, he still had his base mine as well, and he popped your base
I
mine.
agree, but that's why the missile turret was built in the middle to prevent that, and it did prevent it.
That's true, yep. So I think just getting to that enemy base mine just a little faster. And Geonosis is a great map to just drop a bomber on the Rebel base mine.
Yeah, to be honest, in hindsight, I would probably build a bomber to the bottom right to take out that turret, and I should probably have thought about that. Because that could probably have handled it in time, and then Rex would probably be a little bit screwed, as he did not have his fighters down there. But again, it's hard because normally I don't need to be that fast down there.
Mm-hmm.
So again, playing against people who are higher skilled is not easy.
So Rex, going into the game, I know you and Meteora was sitting in voice before the match started. You were being very encouraging to Meteora, very sportsmanlike. Do you have any other words for Meteora?
None that I haven't said in voice chat right now. I mean, I think that he definitely has proven himself in this tournament. Like he got a win. He did good in the group stage as well. He didn't fall in the pit, so I think he just got matched against Moon and now me. I mean, that's just two very hard matches. So it's a bit unfortunate with seeding, but
he did 3-0 Sky Guy.
Yeah,
that's an accomplishment.
Right,
Everyone gives
Patty, right? Not Sky.
I'm sorry,
Patty,
Patty.
yeah.
I'm sorry, he 3-2'd Patty. Somebody else 3-0'd Sky Guy.
Yeah,
I just remember there was two upsets. He 3-2'd Patty, which was also great. Especially because Meteora was seed 14 and Patty was seed 11.
But yeah, as Rex said, I'm perfectly happy with the way this tournament went for me. I went in with, well, as Rex probably know, I'm not a big fan of tournament mod. I think I have mentioned this a couple of times. This tournament has luckily turned me over, and I do like it a lot more than I did.
Now, that being said, with FOC TEM on the way, are you interested in learning FOC TEM when that comes out?
Yeah, probably. I do prefer that version of the game to vanilla.
All right. And then, for Rex, your next opponent's going to be Ormy. How do you feel about that?
Oh, boy.
Well, I'm pretty okay with it. I'd rather fight against Ormy than against Scythe, so there's that. Maybe not after the last few days, but in general, I don't know. I'm a bit fed up with
what's happened what's different the last few days versus up till now?
I saw the match between Ormy and Scythe, and and generally played a bit against Scythe, and not so much against Ormy lately, but I don't know. I'm still fed up with TDM. Like all the streaming and playing and training. I don't know.
All right. So
too much.
Good matches from both of you today.
Yeah.
GG. And it looks like our next games. Who is the next game? Is Laney versus Scythe next, or is it Raisin Flipper? Let's take a look.
I think it's Raisin Flipper. No, wait. They're at...
Oh, they're 2200 CET. And oh no, Laney Scythe will be next.
Yeah, the
Looks
Scythe, 9 p.m.
So 3 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. CET. Tune in for Laney versus Scythe. And then later in the evening, we'll also have me versus G-Man and Flipper J versus Raisin Face. So
Yeah,
Raisin Face versus Flipper is pretty close to Laney. I'm gonna be surprised if they can make that in an hour.
Oh, well, this might be the Clappening of the year, so I wouldn't be too surprised.
you don't have faith in Scythe?
No.
The Clappening of the year. Oh, we have a shout out in the chat from Scythe in all caps. Thanks for being the biggest donor to the tourney, Meteora. Well played.
No problem. No problem. It was fun.
All right, with that, I think we better wrap up our stream. Well played to both of you. Rex, best of luck facing Ormy. Hope he throws versus you. Meteora, thanks again for the donations. Thanks again for playing, and we hope to keep seeing you around and teaching you how to play FOC TM.
You will.